Did we also let them know that Outlaw Dan was here?
Yeah. We did now.
Yeah, do now.
Hold on. We'll put this at the beginning, and we'll put 3 hours.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'm just gonna have to rewatch this whole thing. All right, that's the part I'm gonna move it over. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna do some random thing like Animal Crossing. There's like a black screen with Animal Crossing. Then I'll be like 4 turtles, and then Star Wars.
You have to throw this in here too.
Oh, we got that.
You like that anime shit?
Oh my god.
Girls.
He only likes the anime shit when they're naked.
That's not true. Sometimes I like it when they have.
Diana,
stories.
really don't watch this one.
Sometimes I like them when they have stories.
Please don't. I'm gonna have to put this one in like rated R for Jared.
Hold on. Now, first of all, people, if you've watched this far, don't go to the movie because it's rated R. It has filth talk in there.
He didn't cuss at all.
The fuck he didn't.
He didn't at all.
Sexual intercourse.
Wait, let me think about that.
I don't think he once. Like you said, like at one point
he did when he was talking to the gun.
Yeah.
He's like, "You want me to fucking do with this?"
Oh, that's right, he did.
He did. I'm like,
usually, well, I guess I'm like
earlier
in the movie, I was like thinking. I think it was like guys, kind of reminded me like Hobbs and Shaw before.
Yeah.
He became that. He was very quiet. Then he became just a loose cannon.
It's the whole point. I was like, he doesn't talk. It's like the mechanic.
It's this
First 30 minutes of mechanic.
Yeah.
Come on, seriously.
Let's just
Talk,
put
you
it
son of a
this way.
bitch.
We can all agree it's basically your Jason Statham movie where.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
It's not a Jason Statham movie at all.
Well,
it's more of a the mechanics meets
this
plain job put together.
This felt
That's
like
what it feels like.
This felt like.
What about the bank job?
This felt like.
No, not really.
This felt like one of those movies that should have been like at a festival.
Yes.
Because it's very artistic.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Hello, Guy
I'm
Ritchie
so confused.
directed it.
I'm confused by this movie. I understand the premise.
Yeah. I got the premise right off the bat.
But
the confusion rate of how they did
is
the
it
timing
wrong to say I thought this was a decent movie?
Yeah, it was really good.
I thought it was a really good movie. I mean,
If you really want a movie that actually makes you want to really think about what happens,
we were
see it.
We were in Mortal
I
Kombat.
had to think about it 5 months later.
We were-
Okay, it was 5 months
We
ago.
were. Mr. J, what did you have for breakfast?
Better question, did I have breakfast?
Go. Okay. I'll let Mr. J do this because I'm just completely. What movie do we see, Mr. J?
Not A Man Apart.
A Man Apart.
The Wrath of Man.
The Wrath of
Man.
The Wrath of Man.
It's just
Oh.
let me put it this way. It's one of those movies where if you plan on going there thinking, don't.
Yeah, it's
Because I will tell you, it was the fucking construction crew the whole time.
It was the construction con. No.
I really don't got nothing to say to that one. At the beginning,
was that RoboCop? Was it?
I don't know.
It wasn't RoboCop, was it?
No.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Did we watch the same movie? Okay, you know how in in-game people complained about it going 5 years
Yes.
later? Well, this one goes 5 months later,
It's
3 weeks before,
It's
yesterday.
if you watch it, if you watch it backwards, you might actually not get it still.
You can't watch it back. You can't watch it backwards because you have to sit there and watch one part of it and then another part. But no, here's the thing. Funny thing, you brought up Endgame. Proxima Midnight is in that movie.
Was she the chick that he banged?
Yeah.
Spoilers?
Oh.
Yes.
Was there spoilers? I mean,
No, seriously.
I don't know how to spoil this movie because I don't
You can't spoil this movie.
I don't know what it's about. Oh, okay.
It's about 2 hours long.
Okay, imagine John Wick, but it's not a dog, it's a son.
About.
Same movie.
It's the Jason.
Except it's in 4 different parts.
It's the Jason Statham movie.
If you get first and second mechanic put together with
The only thing he didn't do is he didn't ride a
never mind.
horse and start slicing people with a sword.
movie with the Mini Coopers.
No, Italian Job.
Shit,
Yeah,
that
Italian Job.
Oh,
You meet those 3 movies together. This one somewhat makes sense.
Yeah, don't ask me why the dude that
Yeah.
starts for some reason. I go, it wasn't yet. Not even the same.
I mean,
actor,
It's a good film. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, all right. So Wrath of Man. So the trailers did this movie no justice because I thought it was. I thought it was gonna be I thought it was gonna be like a run of the mill.
Yeah.
Like he's a.
He's I gotcha.
No.
It's gonna be one of those films like you think it's gonna be a Jason Statham movie, but it is.
It is for like the first act.
Yeah,
and then it became something else.
It becomes like a whole Mothra movie.
I haven't fully edited my Justice League review yet, but it reminded me of Justice League because all of a sudden it was like going like, oh, that was part 1.
Yeah.
Now we're going to part 2, and I was confused, and I was like, oh, please, let's not make this a habit, please.
Who the director was?
It was Guy Ritchie. And
Yeah,
it's Guy Ritchie's very artistic and very
and
like
you can tell his style of putting things apart and screwing with everything.
So yeah, basically the movie starts. It's basically about this dad who I'm gonna go out right now and say he was a Hollywood producer. I don't know.
We're all thinking he was either a CIA agent.
We thought a CIA.
I mean, could have been the FBI. He had an FBI agent. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, he could be a mob boss.
Yeah.
Oh, could have been a politician. No, they don't do their own. They don't do their own dirty work.
Those guys did. Well, no, he shot the guy, so he's not.
No.
The only thing I can think would be either mob or in CIA. That's all I'm thinking.
What confused me, what threw me off the movie, was when they said 5 months before, whatever it was, and then they went into these guys. And I was like, oh, they're kept calling him boss. I was like, he's got to be like a mob. He's got to be like a Godfather.
Godfather or something.
He's got to be like the Godfather or something. And because they're going around like, hey, we're taking that guy out, we're taking this group out.
Say this, I think I liked it where they kind of left it as an ambiguous thing where is he mob?
But what threw me off was that early in the movie when they was like, so they just ran away.
Yeah.
Because it was their team. It was them doing it. And they're like, oh, shit. Yeah. So I was like, wait a minute, are they working? What's going on?
I know. I was like, okay, so yeah, I didn't understand that.
And if any Post Malone fans are watching this, Post Malone's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually don't remember.
Pop-Tart and 3 Rice Krispie treats.
Nope.
and a tall glass of tea.
Oh my god. I was just like, he was like, hey, it was like Wrath of Man trailer played, and it looked like just a standard Jason Stamos coming in and just like pop, pop. I was like, okay. He's like, we're gonna go see that. All right.
You see a lot of kicking and butting. Like,
all right.
There was no kicking.
I was like, all right. I was like, Jason Stamos movie. He's gonna be killing a lot of people. The plot's not gonna make no sense. It's gonna have a ridiculous.
And
it's gonna have a ridiculous. Like climax scene where he jumps out of a building, slides down it, and kills like 12 people with like.
Statham movie, like.
And some really
totally
hot,
awesome
and some
movie.
really,
and then it's like
really hot chick that I'm not gonna realize that I've seen her in something else before.
He only killed 7 people. That's
6. They said I guess 7.
The last guy.
The last guy. That's right. He killed more than that.
Did he kill those other guys?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He shot the dude. He shot the.
10 people in total.
Yeah.
The dude, because he shot those people on the way out. Shot that, the bare ass dude.
But all those other guys didn't die because they all died from other people.
Well, however, that one dude, he did.
He did take out with the.
Well, I'm trying to think of another movie another movie where there was like basically it almost felt like Jason Statham movie, and then you had the Italian Job.
Yeah.
/ with like Ocean's 11, because that was like an Ocean's 11. Okay, we're gonna do this and we're gonna go through that.
Ocean's 11 kind of part came in there.
All smashed into one movie.
Or I don't think.
With the underlining code that they killed.
Like that one Futurama episode where they stuck Zoidberg into the casino.
Shut up.
Bar.
Does not make no reference to that.
I can do that too.
A little bit.
I don't.
Here's the weird thing. How would they know that none of them were gonna make it if they weren't ghosts already? He gets shot in the head, though.
And it's just, it screws
me. What's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio?
I know, I'm trying to remember that.
Is it The Descent?
Yes.
Where everybody at the end just gets killed?
Yes, right
no,
at the very end.
The
The Departed. It's The Departed.
Yeah.
He's like, everybody just keeps, at the end of the movie, he's like, So you're here to kill me, aren't
And
you?
it's supposedly,
Pretty much, yeah.
So pretty much.
Supposedly, there's like a thing in the movie The Departed where it foreshadows each person getting killed. It's like a weird shadow.
Oh, yes.
So you know how most.
I just realized that.
You know
all
how
the parts where they were naming the body parts and everything, and also
Were-
through
yep.
the scenes.
Yep.
I get it now that they're all
What,
dying
really?
from that part.
Yep.
Wow, you finally figured that.
Dude,
I
was screwed up halfway through that movie. I don't know what happened after that.
I picked it up right after when he goes, read this.
He picked it up right when he realized he wasn't going to see her tits. So then he started paying attention.
Come on. This one's the boobs. I was like, oh,
Then he started paying attention.
I was like, oh.
No, I'm talking about when they brought up the titles and stuff. And then
Oh, the whole entire time, you know they were going to show her tits to Jason Statham. And of course, it's going to see boobs.
They showed nothing.
And then, like, she died.
Yeah, put this on.
Off camera. Off camera! I mind you, if she was standing over here and he was just pop, you're like, is she? Yep, she's dead.
Pretty much.
I thought maybe he like just wounded her.
Yeah,
No,
it's like,
she did. She did. She did. I'm usually not one of those type of guys to say, you know, hey, we need to have a sex scene in this movie to make it worth it.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
if it had like even like a topless scene of her in bed with him, I'd be like, okay, cool, all right.
She was topless,
all right,
but from behind.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, that was the wrong. That's the wrong angle. You filmed that at the wrong angle.
Jason, you forgot. You didn't film the right angle, Jason.
You filmed it.
Guy Ritchie.
You know what? I want to see the director's cut with the alternate angles.
There's gonna be a director's cut. I'll be too screwed up that you didn't have the director's cut.
The director's cut is in the correct order.
Yeah, the director's cut would be like, all right, 5 months ago, like,
Backwards.
no.
Backwards. No, at one point I looked over and I was like looking over to see if you guys were kidding because I was confused because I was like, okay, I was following the movie. Okay, something's happened.
First 20 minutes into the movie, it was fine.
Like first half hour, I was like, so he's
this guy.
Something happened, and they're okay. Now they're showing the flashback.
And then they flash back 5 months.
But the
that
flashback
went back. It's like
I was fine with the flashback. I was like, oh, they're gonna show why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
But then it kept going for an hour.
Yeah.
And then it was like 3 months later, and I was like,
remember,
what?
First time after the dispatch those guys, and they'll show it 3 months later.
Well, yeah, it was a showing that he was
5 months,
before. Well,
yes.
So what threw me off was like, okay, the movie started. He joined the crew. He pretended to be like. He pretended to be like. I don't know how to do this. And then I was like, just wait. He's gonna.
He goes over and shoots him with one shot. Like,
he's gonna get like all these headshots because it was in the trailer.
Yeah, well,
so I was
of course,
like,
you know you're gonna do that.
So okay, that happened. Then it goes 5 months later. Okay, so he's trying to figure out who. He's trying to figure out something. Then it was like 5 months. It was like 5 months before. Okay, now we're flashbacking to why son gets killed.
And anyone sees this movie?
Okay, fine. I was like, okay. I'm following this movie. His son was killed. It was an inside job. He wants to find out who did it. And then it just kept going. And then at one point I forgot.
After the 5 months, you'd be fine. But it's that 3 months forward that kind of goes.
Well, it threw me off because it kept going and going. And I was like, and then all of a sudden it was like 3 months forward. And I was like, wait, we were still in that flashback moment?
That's the first thought. My mind was like.
They were already dead. They just didn't know it.
Okay, maybe it makes sense.
See, because how they were going through plans. Who was already going to make it? How did they know?
I really feel like we should have waited till the very end of the movie because I feel like there's some stupid like after credits scene in the movie.
No,
you don't think there is? I think
there might be. His son's still alive. Fuck you.
No.
Eyes open.
No, wait. Here's it is. Like this is like the ending. Dad, hey Dad, wake up. Burritos are here.
That'd have been fucked up.
What?
That'd have been some Inception shit. That would have really been mad.
That would have been. Can I go get my money back now?
The one thing.
No, it's too late. It's already gone to the movie.
There was one scene in the movie in the back of my head when they shot him and he went down. Like they shot him a couple times.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there like, okay, two things are gonna happen.
He's
gonna turn around. He's gonna turn around and he ain't gonna be there.
No.
And he's gonna stand out and have some Terminator shit going on.
I'm like, what the hell?
Like, oh, this is because, and then they were gonna go like 6 months before, and he had some operation that turned him into Terminator. You know, but I did call the ending though. When I said, I was like, he's probably gonna be sitting in the dark in the chair.
That just kind of made me go.
Here's the thing, though. When the
No.
when the,
Yeah.
I was like, he ends with the movie where they're all just kind of like he was getting away with the money. I was like, okay, that's gonna end. You don't end like that. Please, just don't end like that.
well,
I think I heard
Then
you
you say something. I was like, okay, that could happen.
you know, I kind of picked up something. It wasn't quite until I hit him like, hey, dude, like I get it now. But when his phone was going off, I was like, wait a minute, that's his phone.
Yeah, I checked to see if it was my phone. I was just like, no, it's not my phone.
No, but anyway, no, but because like in the scene where he's like laying there, they're throwing stuff in the bag.
Yeah.
His phone was going off. You know,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
flight
I
of the
did
balcony.
not realize that when he said.
No, but then all of a sudden, and then when this phone starts going off again, it's like, dude, hey boss, I'm tracking you on your phone right now.
Yeah. Yes.
I was
what
like,
got me.
when
It's
he walked into his
Well,
house.
some phones you can actually track people.
When he walked into his house and he's like, yeah, he got away with it. I looked over and I was like, I bet she's gonna be sitting in the corner there in the dark.
Bullshit.
And he's just like, no, he's not.
You know, like
the
I
phone
said,
goes
It's like
off.
the cutty's right there. He did
You know, like I
not
said,
stick
when,
with the
when
cutty.
the phone started going off, it's all of a sudden the hamster in my head started running faster. It's like, son of a bitch.
That's what that is.
Boss, you know, no, it's boss. You know, he said it's basically like, boss, I'm tracking you right now on your phone. You're 2 blocks away.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, the more we think of it, because usually movies telegraph the ending.
Yeah.
Like, they always give you, like, the ending. And I'm like, it was like halfway through the movie, I was like, okay, let me think about the beginning first, making there, because
or if you've seen
Once they
Memento.
did the 5 months backward.
you know what this
kinda
is.
made more sense, but and then when they lost you when you went 3 months forward, I'm like.
I think what this movie did. I think if they had played the movie like normal, and when we say normal, they show what happened.
Yeah.
He goes into the hospital, and then he said, "Hey, we're gonna go find these people." He's like, I'm
And
gonna
then 5 months
go to London, and then the movie just keeps going forward,
Yeah.
and so we already know that it was these ex-military
Yeah.
people that were just like they had nothing to do.
Yeah, they
decided
were
and the
They had
government
money already.
the government didn't give us anything.
No.
So
That's not to say that that's what we think of military people. But we don't.
well, I'm just saying that's how the movie portrayed it. There's,
Yeah.
like, and not all military is
See,
like that.
Basically, they were like soldiers of fortune.
There was
Kinda like
soldiers
the
of fortune.
other movies with.
And they decided, we're gonna go take what they wouldn't give us, and
Yeah.
we did small jobs at first. And if the movie had progressed like that, so we understood it,
It
and
would be
said,
much
"Hey,"
more understanding than it would be.
and had just a scene where they come in and kiss
Yeah.
his finger or something, his ring finger. Oh, he's a
Yeah.
mob boss. Okay. And it's
I'm
like
still- I
it's
mean,
like you
all
messed
in
with the
all,
wrong person.
I
The
still like
movie
the
is
ambiguity
great,
of it.
and it does give a good premise to what a Jason Statham movie could be.
Well,
Well,
I guess my point is,
Because you get
had the movie played out in order of events occurring all the way to the end,
Yes,
there would have been an hour there of nothing going on, and I'd have been bored with the movie.
and that's. The
But
reason
because
why
they
I
jumped
think
it around, it
that's
kept me
what made you
interested.
go, it's like,
It kept me
okay,
interested.
yes. The jumping to forward and backwards kind of go. Okay, this one got me stumped, but I want to find out what's kind of going to happen and where this is going to go into, what place goes into this movie. And I didn't think that was going to happen like that because it's a Jason Statham movie. But then once it kind of go, oh, this is totally. Not
I'm trying to wonder what studio did this movie.
Miramax.
Miramax. No, who owns Miramax? They're not an actual studio.
Who owns Miramax?
You know what I mean? There's only 4 major movie studios. There's
I think WB
you have
does, I
Warner
think.
Brothers, Disney, Paramount, and Sony. Those are the
Well,
only
we're-
movie studios. All these other ones are owned
Hey,
by
Google.
one of them.
Hey Google.
Who owns Miramax?
I want to say it's Warner Brothers.
Viacom.
Yeah,
CBS.
CBS.
Paramount, basically.
Paramount.
So Paramount. So Paramount.
So yeah, now that explains a lot more.
Yeah. Okay. And the reason I brought that up because it almost
51% owned by Paramount. The rest of it's owned by.
because I wonder if it was one. I wonder what franchise that he was trying to do, that fell through. They say, hey.
Yeah.
Because so
Well,
I think
it's
we
based
touched
on-
about this before.
I think it's based
People
on some French movie.
like, why do you see really good? Like, why do you see
No.
really
The
popular?
Italian Job was based on the Italian Job. This one here is actually looks like a French movie.
It was
Because I'm wondering
Flair,
if this was a movie that to get him out of a contract.
Hey Google, what was the movie?
Because if you think about it, when you ever see a movie and you see a really terrible movie with a really good actor, with a really
that's what it was.
with a really good actor, and you go, why did they choose this script?
I have a lot of cuts.
Now put that at the very end.
I'm totally gonna leave that
Every
part.
time you see Dan saying beep 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 beep.
That'd be funny to do like
I didn't say it's.
bleeping
Oh
out
yeah, I
every
did.
other word.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna see Kenny from Southport. Well, Outlaw Dan is a little bit like that, so we have to kind of, you know.
The only word you see is duh. He only says it 3 times. The rest of us says beep 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 beep.
You know when we went to grade
What I
school,
should really do is throughout. I'm gonna say this so people will. Because if you watch this video to the end, because this will be the end of the video, then just comment below and let us know. But what I'm gonna do is that every part I'm gonna fade it out like it's like the video's ended, and then do the title card and then start up again.
5 months.
Just to piss people. Like, oh, it's over. Like The Simpsons did that. The Simpsons movie,
yes,
it was
they
faded
did.
out, and I was like,
Yes.
oh, I literally was, oh, it's over. I stood up. I was like, fuck, it's over. What the fuck?
No, then
I was like, of course
There's
The Simpsons
another
would
movie
do
that
that.
did it too. I don't remember the name of the
Okay,
movie though.
if you're gonna sit there and fade it out, you need to put like the title like they did in the movie, or like something like a random sentence that we talk about.
Yeah.
Like this one here, you can sit there and fade to black. This is a random sentence we're talking about, and then it'll pop up.
Or just like roll credits or some shit, start credit, and then up.
I mean, for an all
I don't know.
film, it was good. I mean,
It was a very artsy film.
yeah,
It was very artsy,
and
which is not something I usually like. But
yeah. I mean, I wasn't expecting to, big explosion movie.
can you? I'm
Jason
gonna throw you off here because I know you've seen it like 20. What did you say? 27
27
times.
times.
What if they did Godzilla versus Kong like that? And then, like, show the 5 minutes late, 5 months
Well,
before,
technically they kinda
showing them
did,
going
because-
to the ice cast, going to the place, and then jump ahead 5 minutes.
No, jump.
That actually wouldn't be interesting to see how that turns to play.
Because they jump into place. I don't see
they
Godzilla
did,
going
like-
in the water and slinking away.
Yeah, if they did it like where the cutscene where they actually did where he was just going off into the water and Kong was still going down, and then they cut back to say 6 to 12 months back before or a year before, and then they show that part. I'm like, okay, this makes more sense.
All I know is I don't remember if it was you or it was Daniel in the movie when they went away to a different scene, then came back to Kong, like on helicopters. Like, how the fuck did you get them up there? How? How? Did you say, hey Kong, just lay down? We're not like, okay, we're gonna throw this net down. Hey Kong, go to sleep.
That's gonna be in the Peter.
And Kong's like,
that's gonna be in
okay.
the Peter Jackson director's cut.
Jesus Christ.
You won't get to that part until like an hour and a half.
If
later.
they were gonna do like a multiverse, I would like to see like the grayscale Kong versus the
Stop motion Kong.
the stop motion Kong. I would still love to see like or even if somebody were to like recreate that fight scene with the classic skins of like
of the Mecha
Godzilla.
Godzilla or
sure
the
somebody
old
out there
Kong
has that
from
much
the
time on that.
60s.
or you know
or
what?
the
You know
50s.
what? If you're a cosplayer, just make the cosplay suits and just do it with
They
some
did-
fake buildings.
so-
That'd be
I know a few people that can do
Someone
that.
did that already.
Oh, they did that?
No, they did like a thing where they had like King Kong and Godzilla going to the movie.
Yes, they did. So,
And we're in grayscale now. Because my phone's like, you should go to bed now.
but
I'm thinking about going to Hy-Vee and grab something on the way back.
I got an hour drive. What are you talking about?
Ivy's closed.
No.
It's 10 o'clock.
Oh, sorry. You know what? No, fuck it. We'll go to a place that shall not be named because they're open. till
Beep.
11.
I'll just beep that part out.
And,
This is a terrible
AKA
movie.
Cash Truck.
It's because they were obligated to do X number of movies for the franchise or
Hold on.
something.
Yeah.
Fell through,
Right-
so they
right
just,
here,
hey,
this-
we're going to buy you out.
Adapted from the 2004 French film Les Connevers, aka Cash Truck, and borrowing the basic outline of the story, Wrath of Man is a time-shifting neo-noir crime thriller filled with tough, sometimes violent.
Just to
Game
go
performer-
into this, I saw the
Right.
trailer when we saw Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
That's when I saw the trailer. I did not look up this movie. I didn't know what to
I only
expect.
saw the trailer when
I didn't know what to expect.
once on
I didn't
Voodoo, and then the first one was actually at Mortal Kombat with my nephew, and we were saying we're gonna go see this movie.
Well, I mean, it's like, like most time it's like I'll see a trailer on
Yeah.
YouTube or on like
Or
Facebook to YouTube,
yeah.
and then I'll watch it, and then
Or
I'll look
sometimes
it
on
up,
TV.
and then I'll look it up. Watch
You know
TV. I'll look it.
What's that?
I'll look it
Oh,
up.
I'm-
Who is
The
who
Masked Man.
who still owns cable? I mean, come on now. Well,
No, but
you can probably.
I saw the trailer.
Go ahead.
You probably like, wipe your ass with $100 bills and go.
Hey, it's 250.
Sorry.
It's
No,
fine and rich and soft.
It's fine and rich and soft.
It's the $2.
But no, in all seriousness though, like I usually will look up like what the movie's about. I didn't even bother. I was like, I'm just gonna go see this.
Jason Statham movie. I was like, it's gonna be. Jason
I figured
Statham
it was gonna
movie.
be like Hobbs and Shaw and something like that, just a bunch of stupid blowing shit up.
And explosions and
Shit
pop,
blew
pop,
up,
pop, pop,
you
pop.
know,
Yeah, there was.
I saw explosions. I saw pop, 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 pop.
I got excited in the beginning when he came out. They're like, oh, I was like, yeah, he's just pretending. He was like, you just barely passed. You just barely passed.
I'm like, they're gonna.
I'm not gonna
more
lie.
training. I'm like, oh, he's gonna do training. Okay.
I like it when movies have reveals that surprise me.
Yes.
Okay,
Like,
what was that movie that we Frozen 2? That
Yes.
was the one we were like, fucking villain surprised us out of a
Yes.
Disney movie.
yes.
What
got me the most was the issue of how he doesn't talk throughout the entire film. Like, okay, I like that. I like that part of Statham, that he actually has.
he can keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, and I mean, he's a really good actor. Don't get me wrong, he's a really good actor, and he has really great taste in movies.
Right.
A lot of his films have been kind of
One-liners.
yeah, but
He's like
there's
the new.
also
He's like the
other
new.
films where he just kind of like he sits back and he calculates the thing throughout the movie, and I'm like, okay, this is definitely a Statham movie. But then you look at this film, and it's like, this is totally not his film. It's so off his wall.
It's just like Ashton Kutcher when he did the Butterfly Effect.
Yes.
I was like, that was a really good movie. And I was like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
what the
it's-
fuck,
it's
Mr.
a- it's not a
You
role
were
that-
punked. You were punked. And I'm like,
It's not a
what the
role that
fuck?
he would play.
Which ending did you prefer? The one where he went back and just kind of made it, forgot.
I like
her?
the director's cut. I feel it's like
Where
more
he
deep.
goes
Not the
back
2-inch.
Yeah.
It's more deeper. Like
It's more into the
because there was
backstory of
one
the whole-
scene
Because he goes back
where she's
all-
like, I had 3 miscarriages. You were my miracle baby.
Yeah.
And then you find out it's because he kept on killing himself.
Yes.
So I was like, I like
all-
that.
I could say that
I know why the studio were like, we're not gonna do that.
I would give this a 10 or even a 9.
I would give this movie a 9 because 1, I like Guy Ritchie movies, and 2,
Yeah.
like it kept me going. I wasn't bored.
I don't know. His movies have been off ever since he left. Madonna left him. It's a joke.
Well, you would leave him too without those big boobs. Hello.
I know.
Madonna?
Right?
Have you seen the stuff in the 80s before?
Yeah, but they-
It's okay.
It's
You
okay.
can't remember that shit.
okay.
I can't remember. Wait, I didn't remember. It's okay.
no, I'm just saying
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Madonna.
I didn't do it. It was this guy.
Madonna, yeah, no.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have so much fun cutting this up in multiple parts.
Madonna, yeah, no. Even back then, no. I mean,
for
she was funny and desperately seeking
what's a
Susan.
2-hour film, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was about an hour.
About
It was about
It's about almost 2 hour film.
about 2 hours.
For a 2-hour film with Jason Statham, I'd go see it again.
Yeah,
Just to get the comps.
probably on
The-
Netflix.
Yeah. To get the down of the gist of the movie again, trying to figure out what was going on.
See, now you know the flow. It's probably a
hold
lot
on,
easier to
hold
catch
on,
the Easter
hold on,
eggs.
yes.
And
Hold on. Okay. What happened is his son was killed. He wanted to find out who killed his kid, so he went undercover to this company. But he did. Was that the
There was
film?
money in there too.
Was that the only
there was a
person that kinda
there was a
got what
lot
was
of money in here.
Oh God!
And-
Yes,
okay,
there
now
was.
I'm gonna say one thing, and I'm not knocking points for it, but that much money, there ain't no way 2 guys can carry that much money.
If you have a couple ATVs, you will. Duh.
Well, no, the way they were just
I was
grabbing
waiting for some.
the way they were just grabbing the
Cooper's come
bags
in.
and chucking them.
Yeah.
I was like, that much money would be.
Did you see how much he was lifting?
Maybe they weren't throwing a whole lot of
Yeah.
money in each bag.
Well,
the
that's
first-
true.
Okay, the first round.
The first couple times, yeah, it's like a couple million.
And then, but that last one, I was like,
last one did not seem like
that's-
150.
That was 12. It was 6 bags in there. I was like,
Well, hold
They-
on, though. Did they actually get all of it though, or did they just kind of?
They might not have got all of it because
there
it was.
a couple bags left on it.
Yeah, it might have got. They might have gotten it because it went
Because
south.
he-
It went south a
They
bit.
did put 12 bags in there, and they only did 6. And when he was pulling out the truck, I was like,
It's one of those things where you have to like freeze frame it and actually
Yes.
see if you can catch how many bags. I mean, either way, it was still a lot
did
of
they put
money.
6 bags on each.
I don't
on each,
know. It's what I thought.
ATV?
I thought they had 6 on each. And then they were just. But my point was them just picking them up and just like leisurely checking them. I was like,
yeah, but if they've been doing it for like 5-6 months, I mean, I'm sure.
True.
And they're military, so I mean.
It's true.
I guess
But
I'm
the
not
one thing
looking-
that threw me off, and I was the inside man. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking it was him.
Well, I didn't. I thought it was the other dude. The dude who's like, did you wipe your ass?
Yeah.
I thought it was him.
I thought it was him. I was like,
was him.
he's not him.
Because-
Dave?
Huh?
Dave.
Yeah, there was the guy that was like,
Who's
they
always
get-
wearing a sock cock or something.
I was sad. I was sad because like, oh, he saw him
Yes.
kill that dude and saw how he's like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna man up too.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna man up, and he still got killed.
Yeah. Yes. Or you know what? It would have made it a much more worse of a backplot on this film. It would be the guy with the glasses who was still in the office. Be the guy who comes at the end and takes all the money.
Oh God.
That would make the entire thing, because he would be basically the commander of the whole entire unit.
Yeah.
That would throw
The
everything
one
off,
scene.
but
Okay,
that would
so
be a great
this is the
idea.
reason. This is the reason why I was confused on what his character was
Yeah.
and what was going on. I understand.
still don't
I
understand who he is.
understood the entire flow of the movie. What
Yeah,
confused me was
Who
that.
was he? Who
So you
was
had
he?
this. You had this military group,
Yeah.
and this military group, there were just a bunch of friends that got together
Got
and just
bored.
they got bored.
Literally got
They
bored.
needed a mission, so they
Yes.
decided to do this, right? So they had already had this. They established that they trained
Yeah.
several weeks in
Robberies,
advance
yep.
before
And
they
did
do it.
robberies too before.
So they had it set up with minute that truck turned that corner, they were gonna blockade it, steal the money, and go. Obviously, they weren't planning on killing anybody
No.
because that's what they weren't doing.
Yeah.
What threw me off
What was that guy's
was
name?
when he called him and goes, "I know where you're at. You're only 2 minutes away. I just need to know which way the truck's going."
That's what got me. Is like,
And then he goes
who is
left. He goes, oh no, he didn't say left. He just said the other. He said right or left, and he goes the other, and he goes okay, and it turned right, and then they stopped the truck. So it made me think that it was that they hired somebody.
Yeah.
They hired a team, and they accidentally killed
His son.
his son.
Yeah.
Is what I thought was going on.
That was my
So that's
thought,
why I
too.
was like, he must be a mob boss, and this,
But
and
then
maybe they took off because they
That
realized.
didn't make no sense because he was in there with the FBI agent and the CIA agent. Like,
That makes sense to me though, because you think about it.
he could
Even when
be
you go back to like the 50s, even like the Godfather movie, the Godfather was in with
the
the
CIA.
CIA. They
So
paid
he-
him off.
Yeah, so he could be. Yeah,
Like he could be still mob boss, and he just
He's
I've
playing
paid
the
you.
role of a boss that
He-
he's actually a CIA agent and so deep.
You could be that way, or you could also be that he's a mob boss, but he just paid off the CIA. And he's
True,
like, listen,
true.
I can only keep him off you for so long.
Yeah.
Because remember earlier, when they interrogated him, they're like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's the guy. We've been looking for him for a while.
That's what gets me. Is
And they
they're
were
FBI
like,
agents.
and they're like,
They're
listen,
FBI agents.
he's just a guard doing a good job.
Yes.
Leave it alone. Because he knew what he was doing,
So he
which they
was-
established later.
You knew that guy was a CIA agent because you saw the badge. Saw his
Yeah.
his
They're actually FBI
the
agents.
flag.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing that confused me is because like the events, he was like, I need to know which side the truck was on, which
Yeah.
they were calling
That's
him
what got me
boss.
confused. It's
They
like,
were calling him boss.
Yeah, that's what.
So my indication
going,
was
huh.
he was a boss. He's a mob boss, whatever, mafia or gang or whatever you want to call it. And they were going to hit this truck, and the son got killed. And then and he's like, we need to find him because the group
Yes.
realized they killed their boss's son.
Yes.
We're fucked. They went and took off with the money, and so he started looking for them.
I'd have to
That's
say,
what I was thinking.
That's my
But
first
that,
thought,
but then when they did the flashback, it
Yeah.
revealed that they were just a bunch of dudes and decided to do this. So why was he asking him? I know it's your day off. Which is weird to say it's your day off. You're a mob boss. You don't have a day
Yeah.
off. So maybe he was CIA, but
No,
the way
he
they
said
established
nothing
it
about
was
it
weird.
With the son, he had his son, because
He's only get my son once a week or
see,
something like that.
That's what got me. Is like he had.
So why were they wanting to know which way the truck was going?
Yeah. See, that's what got me.
And then later, because maybe they were doing it too, and then this other group jumped in on it.
True.
Because
that
remember,
when I actually saw his face, I'm like,
yeah, well, because the reason I say this is because then later in the movie, when his actual team or his actual people stopped him
Yep.
and they saw him, they're like,
Oh.
they took off.
yeah.
They're like, well, this is our boss. We
Yeah,
can't
we
fuck
can't
with
do-
him.
we can't
We
do
know
that
what he
now.
can do.
Yep, we're gone.
So
See, that made more sense. That actually does make more sense.
see, that's so I'm thinking that that they were planning on hitting that truck
Yes.
eventually, but this other team that they didn't know about jumped ahead of them.
Yeah.
Like, rival gangs. They thought rival gang.
It makes more sense if they were going to go after the same.
See, now I'm just trying to analyze the movie too much. But I mean, I almost feel like I have to understand it. I mean, I understand it, but it just.
Sometimes some movies don't need to be overanalyzed. This one, I'm sorry.
This one doesn't need to be analyzed because you actually have to go see this one again to understand it.
Was when I did when I was like the end game time travel.
No,
that don't make no damn sense.
No.
Well, we all know Back to the Future is bullshit.
I will take a dump on you.
There's probably people out there that like that. I'm not one
It's
of them.
okay. You will later.
Well,
I just like that they threw Hot Tub Time Machine in there. 'Cause I thought that movie was bullshit.
That one just made no sense at all, and then I was just like, okay.
Every movie about time travel, Time Cop, Hot Tub Time Machine.
I'm like,
and he was like, Die Hard. And then what threw me off was like, Die Hard. No, that's not one of them. I was like, wait, what? Anyways, I got off track there.
But I mean,
which is good because that might be one of the parts.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Or is it?
All
right, so I said I'm gonna give this movie a 9. You're gonna give it a 9.
Of course, 9 or 10.
What are you gonna give it?
I'm gonna give it to Jason Statham, whatever.
Statham.
That's what I'm gonna give it.
Okay.
Because you know what?
Anything else you want to throw in there, Mr. J?
Yeah, there's too much math in the movie. 5 months, 3 months. It's just this movie happened. Okay.
I'm trying to stay silent as much as I can.
There was something, pop. Then it was like Post Malone got it. I got nothing against Post Malone, but he got it.
I'm waiting for him to tell Diana not to fucking watch this movie.
Yeah,
You already said it.
Yeah, that's true. I did.
And me and Diana, don't fucking watch this video. It's a joke.
It's okay.
No, Diana.
Air out your grievance now. Just
Diana,
get it on the film.
Diana don't get it. She doesn't want to drive. She doesn't want to drive around with Pokemon Go. So fuck her. You know what? If you don't Pokemon Go, bro, you don't Pokemon know.
One of these.
Knowing is half the battle.
I always love saying that to people at work because I always know how old somebody is, or at least they have a kid or something. Because hey, and knowing is half the battle. They start laughing. It's like, you understand that reference? We can be friends. I said that to somebody. I was like, knowing is half the battle.
I know that.
And
yeah.
And I was like, walk away. Just go over there. I might not collect, GI Joes and stuff because I don't have room for them, but
I know it.
But it's like, I'll have a poster of it.
Yeah.
That's about as far as I can go for some of my fandom.
Funny is that I think on my Facebook page the other day, I want to know if someone, people that I know, do you actually use movie quotes in everyday, everyday conversation, like you're talking to somebody. I was at work talking to somebody, I go, that's universally stupid. And they didn't say anything because, they didn't get the reference.
I did one time. We were standing in a group and everybody started saying stuff. I can't remember what the conversation was about.
I do that at cons.
But they were saying well, this and that, and I was like, and I loved all of them. I was like, I love all you guys, because I was like, Cowabunga, and they all looked at me and go, Cowabunga, and I was like, hell yes. I was like, yes.
Yeah, when I'm at a con, it seems like it's a natural thing when we get together. And
that's
what's a con? We haven't had one of those in a year.
A year or two.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, when you use it with someone who has no idea, it's like,
Oh yeah, a lot of my friends at the cons, they don't know what's going on because it's just it's not their natural things.
One time I posted on Facebook, I go, hey, I get it. It was freezing cold out a couple years back. I go, hey, I get it. Your friends out there. Yeah, your friends out there. Tauntaun's probably not making past the first marker. I get it.
Just let it go.
Some having trouble, adjusting the speeders to the cold. I get it.
Let it go too.
Okay. There's one time I'm walking out in the cold all by myself, and as I look around,
I'm having fun editing this. Usually when I put these up, it's like these are supposed to be meant to be raw and unedited, just from start to finish, and just go with it. But I'm gonna have to cut this one up and do
page
little.
Has one, and then my other page has it, but I edit the other page. The Outlaw one doesn't edit so much because it's. I want the viewers to say, well, this guy has a lot more to say than this one, and they're like, well, yes, I do, but I don't want to edit my pages because it just does not make sense.
Right.
And when you do edit it, you can edit up the certain areas where you want to edit, but don't cut too much of it out because then you have three guys just sitting here talking.
I got it. We'll use the Chewbacca defense.
No, we're not.
Chewbacca is Chewbacca an Ewok? No, is Chewbacca a Wookiee? Then there is no case. The Chewbacca defense.
Wait, yeah, what kind? No, it would not make no sense in this process.
Well,
no, because you know why? It can be right. Fuck you! I hate you.
And also another one of my favorite things from South Park.
Now I feel like I'm playing moderator here.
Yeah.
It's just like another one of my favorite things on South Park that I can't get anybody to try to go with. They go to somebody and go, "Hey guy, ain't your guy, buddy? Ain't your buddy, guy? Or ain't your buddy, friend?"
My favorite one that we did, and we did it during the winter time too, which was hilarious. But I think it was Frozen 2, right? Where he was like, he's like, "Now get the fuck out of my car." At the end of the thing, and so I cut the video, and then I got out of my car, and it's like, yes, and I'm standing outside, and I'm filming him driving away. He's like, "Well, I don't know if we're gonna continue doing it." That was two fat guys in the movies, guys. I don't know if we're gonna keep going.
That's so I was like, "What the fuck happened here?" What the fuck? I was like, "Jared, cook his ass!" I'm like, "Oh, let's get some monkey."
Just like the old.
I figured Richard would go, "Come back to me."
If I had a third person to record me, I'd be like, "Come back to me,
please."
I believe it's also the same video.
Oh yeah, I caught him singing. I pulled it out, and I started recording, and he's like, then we go, whatever's like, someone say shit, someone say shit, and he's like, let it go, and he goes, are you recording? Yes. Well, shit.
Yes. And that's what got me. Is like, don't give him nothing. Okay. He was like, please just go back.
So now when we record him, I'll hold the phone out, and he'll be like, you're recording.
It was
yeah.
It was just staged. He got back in the car. He is okay.
Well, obviously that was like season 1. We're on season 4 now. We're by his car.
You see, this looks okay to me.
No, I don't look okay.
I don't know, dude. I'm pretty sure that whoever's car we're leaning gets to get pissed off all the time.
That's not my car.
Oh my god. So yeah, guys, if you want to be confused and think during a movie, go see Wrath of Man.
Yeah, Wrath of Man.
Go see Titanic. Because guess what? The boat sinks. However,
it's not true. In Titanic 2, they brought it back up.
Wait. There was tits in that one.
Yes, those are very nice tits too.
She was okay.
Fuck you. She's a redhead.
There's a reason why he wants to go to Target with you. It's not the fine stuff.
No. I was sitting there hitting up on a message. I go, "Hey, I'm back to my toys and electronics." And he's like, "Hey, if you go by menswear,
Target, please sponsor us."
I told him, I go, "If you go by menswear, you'll see something really nice."
Brought to you by Toys R Us.
I told him,
Canada.
I told him if you go by menswear, you'll see something really nice. Now I see like walk into menswear, go, "No, not the shirts."
Oh, that's the reason why.
Oh.
I mean, she was hot, but she looked like she was younger.
We're totally off track now, but that's okay because we want you to be just as confused as we were.
She did help me though when I was after
all the fine-looking women there wearing tight-ass pants, and you know what? I'm okay with it. It gets me in the door.
How do we go from the movie to the tight-ass pants section? I don't know. I told you, it's the time warp of 5 months later or 3 months earlier. It's all that messed up.
It's not that messed up. I got it.
You think?
I try not to.
He didn't think very much.
That's why it didn't mess me up.
It was probably more like this. The movie started like 20 minutes in, and then it went 5 months. Before it went 5 months later, this was Jared. End of the movie. He got the guy.
3 months before.
He got the guy.
Got it.
No,
got it.
There was only one movie that I think I almost fell asleep in. That was Star Trek Nemesis.
Ooh. That's ouch.
Because it's one of those movies where I
got... Okay, to be fair, as a kid...
Star Trek. Then there was a battle. There was a battle going on.
Give me a minute and we'll talk to a friend.
There was one... Okay, there was one Star Trek movie that is very boring, but it's very Star Trek-y. It's the first Star Trek movie.
Yes.
But it's very, very Star Trek-y.
Yes. Well, you think who was in it.
You know, so like if you're tired, you will fall asleep in that movie. But if I can watch that movie.
Well, that's because it was the first one, and they didn't know how to do the conflict of a Star Trek film from the series. So when they added him to the film, it was like
it was interesting.
It didn't make the sense. And it made you, yeah, we are.
No,
totally.
I guess
No, we're not. No, Wrath of Man, Wrath of Khan. Oh.
He didn't even say that in the film. He just killed him.
You know what made this movie even better if it wasn't Jason Statham playing it, if it was
John Cena?
No, because if we didn't have seen anything, we just see a bunch of guys drop. No.
Someone actually did that.
God.
In
Trying to think of the actor.
Peacemaker.
Who's he in?
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Because him being quiet the entire time would be an interesting movie.
Yeah.
Because then when he did talk, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, it's not Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, please don't watch this. If so, I know his contact number.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if I post this up and it's like, is that Arnold Schwarzenegger's official webpage? He gave it and said, I like this one. Yeah.
Totally.
Thumbs up. I'll be back.
No. Or I mean, you could almost throw any action star. The Rock would have been amazing.
Oh,
yeah.
Because it's just him being quiet.
It totally not his script.
Because at the end, when he kills him, he just goes, I can't do the eyebrow thing.
Yeah.
Because the eyebrow thing,
I mean, for a Statham film,
hold on,
this is
oh,
really
wait,
good.
hold on. This is Two Fat Guys at the Movie featuring Outlaw Dan. Action.
But I mean, altogether, yeah, thank you.
Throw that
in the beginning.
Throw that in the beginning, but keep this part out. Don't throw it in the beginning.
Oh, I forget which one we did because I have to go back and rewatch some of them because I remember when there's little traditions that we started.
Oh, the clip that was in.
Like we did one where we was like, okay, we'll do this. We recorded before we talked about it beforehand.
Yeah.
It's like I want you to pretend like you're reading something, and then he's like, okay, now don't read that part where it says read this. Don't say that.
No.
We did that in the Mortal Kombat one. He's like,
I got cards.
read this. You don't read that part, you idiot.
Read this. Get over here and watch
Which you don't see around us. There's people with little cards are going.
Yeah, see, if you guys don't understand, we're in a full studio on a green screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Come on. Totally your screen. Edit it, and then I'll edit it with a green screen. I'm not that. I don't have that much patience.
See, that would screw the film up more.
As a matter of fact, we're all CGI characters in the Matrix.
Yeah, totally.
He totally took the red pill. The blue. No, it's the red pill. It's the red pill. They painted it. It was Easter. They painted it.
It was M&M's.
Damn it. It's chocolate.
Oh man. This is gonna be a fucking amazing video. I'm so much fun.
But first day Statham.
I'm gonna have to go like anime talk. What does that have to do with Wrath of Man?
I don't know.
We're getting to that point, just like the movie.
5 months back.
There was that one anime that played Ride of the Valkyries in it. So
sir, it's 43 minutes. So I'm gonna have to do like 20 minutes earlier, and then 30 minutes later.
This part was actually done. Like
I wonder if I can go find the animation for the in-game card that goes 5 years later.
No, you have to do SpongeBob.
No,
I don't know. 5 years later.
No.
Whatever.
Endgame or even.
Even better yet, just to piss on my buddy Dave, I'm gonna crop this in 4:3 and make it grayscale.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it Two Fat Guys Watching Wrath of Man. Director's cut. Snyder cut. No, the Fat Man cut.
Pinpoint the OutlawDan was in there.
No, the OutlawDan cut. There you go. Oh. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching Two Fat Guys at the Movies, Season 4, Episode 3. I remember this time.
Guest.
With our special guest, who will be here. What movie are we watching next? Have we made up our mind? Is it Black Widow? Is it that far out?
Whoa.
I'm going to go see which one's out tomorrow, so, Demon Slayer.
Ichigo dies. Is there a guy in that one in Demon Slayer named Ichigo? Okay, then shut the fuck up.
He's just like, he's not here. It's like, That's bleach all over again.
I'm just waiting for him to end the video by saying, get the fuck off my car.
Well, see, now you ruined the whole joke from before.
You weren't thinking it.
We're time skipping. Give us a break.
Okay, now I'm gonna cut.
Oh, and just remember, people, when you go to the theater and you see the Black Widow cups, don't be fooled.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's just 3 different lids.
No, it's not. He's lying. It's 3 different cups.
Phil,
They want more money
He
from
doesn't
you.
see it. Cups are only $2.50, man.
Like I said,
I bought 3 of them. And then I'm getting up there, and he's like, "This is fucking bullshit." I'm like, "Well, I guess I'm eBaying the other ones." You should have just like, "Can you just give me the different lids?"
that's the whole
$2.50 for the lids. Well, then just give me the goddamn cups.
Yeah, there you go.
I think next time we go, it's like, what? No tins?
Yeah.
Like the fuck?
I was looking at
Like no tins? No tins?
So, was that what you ended with 3 of the Wonder Woman ones?
Yeah, I got one. I got one of the Wonder Womans. Do you have another one?
I didn't get Wonder Woman one, so.
Yeah, I say I want a medium popcorn. Will they give me a fucking 10? Like,
Yeah, look, I don't care.
So, yeah, so. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, like it. If not, fuck off my channel then.
Yeah, get the fuck off this channel.